Can I tell you something kind of disgusting? Your brain was built for addiction. Not because you're broken, because you're ancient.
Yeah, I'm a premium product, handcrafted over millennia.
For thousands of years, addiction was just survival. Sugar meant calories. Novelty meant information. Winning meant status. Rest meant safety.
And now we live in a world that sells all of that in unlimited quantities with free shipping.
Exactly. We didn't suddenly get weaker. The environment got smarter.
Environment is such a polite word. Say it. Industry.
Fine. Industry. Algorithms. Screens. Endless snacks. Endless dopamine.
Endless you whispering last one like a prayer.
Here's the part nobody wants to admit. You're not fighting your habit. You're fighting a system designed to make your habit win.
And you brought the battlefield to bed. Cute.
So if you've ever thought, why can't I stop? You're asking the wrong question.
The right question is, who benefits when I can't?
Think about it. Humans have always had vices. Old school, alcohol, gambling, sugar, school. Modern, cigarettes, phones, gaming, porn, shopping, weed gummies that taste like childhood.
Same brain, new packaging. Now it glows and buzzes when you ignore it.
And the more you try to be disciplined, the worse it gets. Because fighting an urge tells your brain, this is important.
Congratulations. You just promoted the craving to CEO.
In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why cravings feel permanent, even when they're not, why willpower keeps getting humiliated, and the one move that makes an urge collapse without you turning life into a boot camp.
And here's the fun part. If you're addicted to anything, your brain will try to twist what I'm about to say into permission to keep doing it.
Exactly. So catch that. Because if you miss it, you'll keep thinking the problem is discipline, when it's actually a predictable glitch in an ancient system.
Spoiler, you're not lazy. You're targeted.
Let me guess your routine. Morning. You wake up and your hand finds your phone like it's a pacemaker.
It is a pacemaker for your attention span.
Midday, quick check, becomes 47 minutes of reels you won't remember. Night, you're tired, stressed, bored, lonely. So you reach for the fastest relief available. Food, porn, nicotine, weed, games, shopping, the scroll.
A buffet of tiny anesthetics.
Then you promise yourself, tomorrow I'm different.
Tomorrow is your imaginary friend.
And when you fail, you go harsh. What's wrong with me?
Finally, a bedtime story I wrote.
But here's the open secret. These habits didn't start as self-destruction. They started as self-soothing. They were solutions until they became cages.
Wow. You're making me sound noble. Keep going. I love character development.
So the real question isn't, how do I crush the craving? It's what is the craving trying to do for me?
Careful. That question is dangerous. It turns shame into information.
Okay, here's where it gets evil. Cravings don't feel like suggestions. They feel like emergencies. Like, check your phone or you'll miss something. Hit the vape or you'll explode. Eat it now or the day is ruined. One video, one game, one cart checkout, one tab.
I love the word one. It's the smallest lie that ruins the biggest lives.
And when you fight it, you accidentally feed it. Because no creates tension. Tension creates obsession.
Your brain hears resistance and goes, oh, this must be important. Let's think about it for 6 hours.
That's why app blockers sometimes work. Until you're standing there like a raccoon figuring out a trash can.
Don't insult raccoons. They have plans.
So what do most people do? Two bad options. Option A, give in immediately. Option B, distract, suppress, be strong, and then explode later.
Yes. The classic strategy, ignore the fire until the house collapses.
There's a third option. And it's annoyingly simple, which is why it actually works when you're weak.
Here comes the part your ego will hate.
Good. Your ego hasn't earned an opinion. The move is not willpower. It's observation plus delay.
Translation, you stop obeying the craving like it's your boss.
Right now, think of the last urge you had. Phone, food, porn, nicotine, weed, gaming, shopping. That moment where your body leans forward before your mind even votes.
Autopilot. The feature nobody remembers installing.
Here's the rule. 10 minutes. Not forever. Not I quit. Not new me. Just 10 minutes. You can have it when the timer rings.
The craving hates timers. Timers make it prove it's not infinite.
And during those 10 minutes, you do one job. Label and locate. Say, urge. Where is it in your body? Chest? Throat? Jaw? Fingers? Is it pressure? Heat? Itch? Restlessness?
Don't analyze the meaning. Just notice the mechanics. Like you're watching a storm, not negotiating with it.
Because the big lie craving cell is permanence. They act like they'll last forever.
But most peak fast. A few minutes at full volume, then they wobble.
And when you don't panic, you create space. Space is where choice lives.
Choice is the thing you forgot you had.
Okay, cool, but what about when I'm stressed? When life hits? When I'm exhausted?
Great question. Because that's where I do my best work.
If I delay, what do I do with the empty space?
Exactly. Because nature hates a vacuum. So does your brain. So does your For You page.
Here's the upgrade. You don't replace the thing. You replace the function. Scrolling isn't content. It's numbing. Food isn't hunger. It's comfort or reward. Porn isn't pleasure. It's escape from anxiety or loneliness. Nicotine/weed isn't fun. It's a fast switch for mood and focus. Gaming isn't wasting time. It's control, achievement, or belonging on demand. Shopping isn't treating yourself. It's hope you can buy.
Wow. You just read my resume out loud.
So after the 10-minute surf, ask one question. What was I actually trying to feel? Relief? Control? Connection? Excitement? Comfort? Then build a tiny ritual that hits the same need without wrecking you.
And make it small. Insultingly small. Your nervous system hates dramatic change.
Exactly. If your plan requires you to become a completely different person overnight, it's not a plan. It's fan fiction.
Chapter 1. He deletes every app and becomes a monk.
Real change is 1% moves. Read one page instead of grabbing your phone. Drink water before you snack. Walk outside for 2 minutes before you hit the vape. Do one push-up before you open porn. Wait 24 hours before you buy.
The goal isn't purity. The goal is rewiring.
Think of habits like paths in a forest. You've walked the same path so often it's smooth and automatic. You can't erase it by yelling at the trees. But you can build a new path. Tiny steps, repeated. Until the old one grows over from neglect.
And the best part? You don't need to destroy yourself to do it. You just need repetition.
Now the part that decides whether any of this sticks, shame. When you slip, if you punish yourself, you create a civil war inside your head. Critic V is rebel.
Guess who wins that war? Me. Every time. Because rebellion feels like relief.
So instead, you treat slips like data. I relapsed when I was lonely. I caved when I was stressed. I scrolled when I avoided a task. That's not a moral failure. That's a pattern.
And patterns can be changed. Morality just makes you hide.
One last open loop before we land this. If you keep calling yourself weak, you'll keep reaching for the fastest relief. Because who wants to live inside a mind that hates them?
Exactly. Self-hate is my favorite gateway drug.
So here's the whole system in one breath. Stop declaring war. Start noticing. Surf the urge for 10 minutes. Replace the function with something small enough to do on your worst day. Repeat until the new path becomes the easy path.
And when I whisper just one, you'll finally hear what it is. Not a command. Just a sensation trying to rent your body for a few minutes.
If that hit a little too accurately, subscribe. Not because I'm begging, but because this channel is where you uncover the truth behind your behaviors and the science-proven secrets of the mind. And if you want a mind that never gives in, confidence and strength, no matter the scenario. Watch the video on the screen.